In coming problem, we are going to discuss conservation of angular momentum principle. So let us move to the question section. In this problem, it is given a uniform disk of mass 1 kg mounted on a fixed vertical axle passing through its center can rotate without friction such that its plane is horizontal. You can observe this is a uniform disk of mass 1 kg. The axis of rotation is passing through O and this axis of rotation is vertical and plane of the disk is always horizontal. And in the next part of the question, it is given on the top surface of the disk, there is a semicircular groove OP. This is the semicircular groove. Okay. In next part of the question, it is given a small ball B. This is a small ball B. Its mass 1.5 kg is given. When pushed on the disk towards center O like this, right? And it enter the groove and move in the groove without friction and leave the disk at this position. And here we need to calculate the speed of the ball when it leave the disk. Okay, and we need to neglect the loss of the mass due to cutting of the groove. That means we can consider this disk as a complete uniform disk having moment of inertia mr square by 2 about an axis passing through O. So let us analyze the situation. First of all, we need to identify our system. Our system consists of this disk and this ball. So here, first of all, let us assign system as ball and disk, right? And we can observe here the axis of rotation is passing through O and it is vertical. So here we can find there is no external torque acting about our axis of rotation. So here we can say we can apply the conservation of angular momentum principle about the axis passing through O and which is vertical, we know. So let us conserve the angular momentum about this axis. Okay, this axis we know this is perpendicular to the plane of the disk and in the vertical direction. So here we can write initial angular momentum is equal to final angular momentum. First of all, let us identify initial angular momentum. Right, initial angular momentum, that means the angular momentum of the system about O, the axis passing through O, and we can find the disk is not rotating and this direction of the velocity of ball B is passing through O. That means initial angular momentum of the system is equal to 0. That means L initial vector equal to 0. In the second case, that is the final angular momentum when this ball leave at this position. We can find the ball will have the linear velocity and disk will also start rotating. So in this case, we can write the final angular momentum as ICM omega plus R cross M multiplied by V vector, right? So we need to calculate this value. That is the final angular momentum. Let us assign the velocity of the ball at this position. Let us assign the velocity of the ball which will be in the tangent direction, that is a small v, and velocity of the ball at this position is v naught. So v naught here and v is at this position. And let us take the angular velocity of the disk about this axis in the clockwise sense, and it is having the value omega at the time of leaving of the ball. So let us calculate the final angular momentum. This one equal to ICM omega. That means mr square divided by 2 multiplied by omega, and we have taken the velocity, angular velocity in the clockwise sense. That means we can use the right hand rule to find the direction of the vector that will be into the plane. You can use your right hand, you will find the angular momentum vector due to rotation into the plane. That means along the minus z direction, that is minus k cap. Let us find the angular momentum of this ball which is moving in this direction, and angular momentum about this should be equal to mvr and direction again from the right hand rule, and it will be along the plus z direction, that is perpendicular to the plane of the screen and toward you. So here we can write angular momentum like this. Okay, this is the final angular momentum. As we discussed, angular momentum is conserved. That means L initial should be equal to L final. So let us equate these angular momentum. From here we can find the relationship of the omega and v. So let us solve, right? K and K we can cancel out. So we can write 1.5 V are equal to, this is m we know 1 kg and small m equal to 1.5 kg and r, and here is r square. So here we can write 3V equal to omega r. Let this equation number 3. Now we got this equation, and here we can observe we have two variable V and omega, and we have one equation. That means we need one more equation, and we know there is no loss of energy. That means we can conserve the mechanical energy of the system. So let us conserve the mechanical energy of the system, and we know initial mechanical energy is equal to kinetic energy of the ball, that is equal to half mv naught square, and final mechanical energy is rotational kinetic energy of the disc and translational kinetic energy of the ball, that is equal to half mv square plus half I omega square. So here we can write 1 by 2 mv naught square equal to half mv square plus half I omega square. Okay. Now we can substitute the value 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 will get cancelled, right? And we know I equal to mr square by 2 and m equal to 1 kg. We can further write, right? And we can simplify to get this equation, that is 12 equal to 3V square plus omega square r square. And in the previous page we have calculated omega r equal to 3V. So let us substitute the value of omega r here. So this value is equal to 12 equal to 3V square plus 9V square, and here we get the value of V equal to 1 meter per second. This is the speed of the ball at the time of leaving the disc at this position at P. Okay.
Dear aspirants, Cengage India has launched the new edition of our JEE Advanced Physics books. Please visit www.cengage.co.in to buy a copy. You can also buy the books from Amazon or Flipkart.